Now, here comes the fun part and the scary part. So now we're going to put those big old trees on top of all that beautiful work you did. Okay? So look, all those. Let's hope for the best. We can do this. We can do this. Alright, so get your chiseled edge brush out. Your size 8. If you don't have size 8, you really need a chiseled edge brush. If you don't have one, try sponge, sea sponge, okay? And just use whatever chiseled edge brush you got. And see all the bristles opened up? I'm going to add, I think I'm going to add, I want a really nice dark color. I'm going to add my sap green and some blue. And I might even add a little bit of black to that because I want to really, really darken it. I don't want it to be too bright, but I don't want it to be too black either. Because black flattens your paint, so I don't want to get an ugly looking color there. So I'm going to add more green than I am black. I'm just mixing colors so that it's not too black, okay? Alright, here goes nothing. Alright. Trying to get up the nerve. So let's say we're trying to get this on here. Let's start at the edge here, and that way if you make a mistake it won't be too bad. So let's just start tapping away. Okay, now see how I'm leaving holes? So that means that I am not pushing too hard. Okay, I'm not pushing too hard. See, I'm not pushing too hard. I'm just leaving some openings, some holes. I'm going to tap on this edge here first. So we get this to stop. Oh. I tap, bounces. So. Let's see. Keep going. Now we get a few blobs, that's okay. That's just part of the tree, alright? So we'll just extend it in a minute. We'll just go all the way down. Start off with this section first. So keep tapping, but leave holes, okay? So you need to reload. Lots of paint. Look at all the paint I got on there. And that way I don't have to tap so hard. And I can leave holes. So as we come down, we'll just come out. We'll worry about the edge after. We'll probably add more after, because I know it's not thick enough yet. But I think this would be the easiest way for you to do this so that you don't ruin your painting, okay? More green than black, but still, you know, a little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of blue, just any dark colors. All right. That started. So get some more paint and we'll start working out a little bit. We'll fill up this spot up here, okay, and we will leave that spot up there. Looks nice. Just a couple little bit, just gently start coming out. I know this is the scary part, but just take your time. It's scary for me too. Scary, scary. Let's just take our time. I'm going to move out here a little bit. So thicken that up a little bit more here. Kind of dabbing till I get a nice shape. Okay, I'm trying to get a nice shape to my tree. I'm going to skip over some parts. Just tap outward. It's not bad. Some of the holes might be a bit too... Okay. So now, the easiest part is, I might just put out a few more. I know. Let's see. Yeah, come out here like this. I don't want to throw you off or anything. I'm just kind of getting a nice, trying to get a nice shape to my tree. It should shape up now when we put those nice little edges off there. All right. So we'll try our edges, our longer branches, and we'll see where that takes us. I have a long liner brush, and I'm going to put in the same colors that I used. I'm dipping it in water, and I'm going to roll it around in my paint, and it's wet, okay? It's wet, but I don't want it to drip. Be careful with that, all right? But if you roll it around your paint, it shouldn't drip. Just check it out first, make sure. Mine might be a little bit too watery, so I might just tap it off in my tissue a little tiny bit. But I need to have it wet in order for it to move, okay? So, let's see. Let's take some branches from different places. Just start at the edge and just pull out these little branches. See? And let's see where else. Might be one coming out from here. Start on the inside and move your way out. All right. Fix that one a bit. All right. And let me see. There's one maybe here. Don't make them all the same size. I made the mistake doing that, and I had to fix it. There's one there. And maybe one here. Maybe there's a small one coming out here. And maybe there's one coming out here. Bring it over the light because it'll really jump out and it'll pop. Dark against light really pops nicely. Maybe there's some more coming out here. Oops. Every time you hear me saying oops, you know something's wrong. I made a mistake. Okay, and then see where else we have some. Maybe there's one coming off of here. They'll come down this way. Make them different, you know, go in different directions and things. That'll make it more interesting than just being all in one. All right, and let's see. Is there any more? There's a couple coming up here, maybe. Brush is getting dry, so I have to wet it. Try not to push too hard, okay? That way you'll get a nice. Now we'll go back over those again. And we'll add a few more smaller twigs. Add a few more. Just come right off that line. Whenever you make a line, take another line off of that line. Just make a few. Make sure your brush is damp. Make sure you got lots of paint on your brush. Make sure your top is nice and thin. A lot to think about, isn't it? That's what makes it so much fun. You gotta concentrate. You can't think about anything else. That's why you find it so relaxing. It's because you're not thinking about anything else. That That's why painting is so relaxing, because you have to concentrate on only the painting. What brush you're going to use, how much paint you're going to use, where you're going to put your subjects. Have you got your composition correct? Have you got enough lights and darks, enough highlights? So much to think about, isn't it? You know? You got the right shape of the tree. Don't want to be too symmetrical. Maybe I'll bring that one right out there. I'm making my own decisions, so you do the same. Okay, so you don't have to do it exactly like me. Almost missed this little guy. I want him to get too lonely, or her. Him or her. So I'm just gonna, I think that will be enough for now. There we go. Now we're going to get out our little magic brush. My favorite brush in the whole wide world. For foliage and stuff, right? Flowers. So I'm going to use the old one that I have here. And I'm going to dip into the same color of paint. Get lots of paint. But look at all the bristles, how they open up now. They're going to help us. They're going to help us tremendously. We're going to put some of these in between here just to fill up some spots. See? Look. That way you don't have to worry about getting too many, because that'll, okay? So we'll get those in here. See that? See that? Leave that spot open. Just add a few of these here. Just want to fill in, give a little bit of a dip. There we go. Fill in that spot there, up here. Now, I'm not going to use this brush for these here because I want to add some smaller little leaves coming off those trees like this one here. See that? Now I'll be leaving you that. I'll take a picture of that painting or this one. You can print it off or you can use it as a reference. So I'm going to use a little, same little brush, small round brush, okay? A little smaller than the one you were just using, but it's small and it's round. All right? It can be smaller than that again if you want. So I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to put some green paint on my, I'm using the same colors because it is dark against the light, okay? So this little brush here, we're going to make little dots. So, that's too close. Hopefully you can see that. So all I'm doing is touching, all right? I'm just going to touch, 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 touch. These little leaves, just touch and pull a little bit if you have to get a shape. Get one out here. Take little comma strokes. Comma strokes, there we go. Just touch, touch. I'm just sort of touching there. I want to bring them back here too. Bring them all off that leaf there, off that. So just touch. Make little dots or comma strokes. You can't do that with a brush because they'll be all over the place. And these little leaves are on the edges of those branches. Some more here. Like one hanging off there. Just put them on either side of the branch, okay? Put some on one side of the branch and some on the other side. I made a big one there by accident, but that's okay. We got a happy accident. Let's see. Let's do some more down here. Just a little branch. That's why I put those branches on there, those small branches, because it'll help guide you to putting on those little leaves. Alright, so just keep putting them on, and we will put them on both sides of the branch. That'll make them thicker. I find the same thing when you're doing palm trees. Put palm trees above and below each other, like, say this is the palm tree center, then you do the palms on that side and on that side, and it'll make your palms look really thick. So let's go with this. Maybe there's a little one here, 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 here. Tap, 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 tap. Touch, touch, touch. Common stroke. Try not to make them too symmetrical. I can't even pronounce it. Oh my goodness gracious. So this could be a little tedious, so I might just speed this up a little bit for you, so because you can see what I'm doing, so you don't have to really watch every little thing. You might get bored, but I'll probably speed this up for you so that you can just start, seeing where it goes from after that. Now, see, that's nice. So we did them all down here and up here and on all the edges of your little branches, okay? And if you want to fill in some more up here, you can. Wherever you think that you need them, just put some little dots in there, or comma strokes, whatever you want to call them. Just put them on there and fill it up. There we go. Now, so I used my green and my black, a little bit of burnt sienna and a bit of blue to make it nice and dark. And then I added more green on the edges here just to kind of brighten them up a small bit, and then add a little more dark colors to keep them dark when you get down into the shadow area. All right. So I think that's okay. What do you think? You think it needs more, or do you think... Kind of nice though, isn't it? I think I'll leave that. I'm going to put a few more little dots here and there just to fill up some space. So we want to leave some space too. But we want to leave that space to make it look like the tree is still there. Alright. So you can fiddle with that as much as you want till you get it the way you want it. But that looks pretty nice. So now we will do the other side of the trees. And then when we get that done, we are finished. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do that big tree here. Okay, we're going to just go right up. So you're going to need a chiseled edge, flat, 1 inch, depending on the size of your canvas. Mine's 11 by 14, so if you have a smaller canvas than mine, you can use a 1/2 inch or size 8 or 12 or whatever. Okay, so it depends. And depends on how big you want your tree, so I'll leave that up to you. So as long as it's flat and chiseled edge, and we're going to go really dark, so I'm going to take our black. I want to add some colors to the black so it won't be so dull. And I'll just throw in some colors, some burnt sienna, some red, some blue. Doesn't matter as long as it's dark colors. You don't want to, if you add white or anything to it, it's not going to, just helps bring the black to life, adding colors to it, okay? So lots of paint, because we got to go right from the bottom to the top. Lots and lots of paint. I'm just throwing in all the dark colors, and I'm hoping to get a nice... So this is the scary part. So we're going to go from here up. I'm going to go over a little bit. I'm just going to leave a small space over here for the other tree. You don't even have to have the other tree if you don't want to. I want to leave the opening nice and wide there. Now, even if you run out of paint, that's okay. Just keep going so you can figure out where you're going anyway. Okay? All right. So we ran out of paint. That's no big deal. But now we have our tree settled. Now we can go back over it again with more paint. You can either come down or you can go up. You just want to keep that straight edges. All right. Now, I am going to add tons of paint to my brush. Let's see if I can get this to work. Go, 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 go. No, it won't. All right, let me see what I can do to help that along. Blending gel would help. I'm going to mist it. Let's see if that helps. Bit better. Bit better. I'd say blending gel will help. I'm going to mist it again. I probably missed it first time. There we go. I think I got it that time. All right. Try it again from here. That's better. Just need a bit of water to help it move. See? I wanted to show you that because if it gets stuck, then you at least you know what to do. All right. We got it. Good. And the other tree is over here, so we will use a smaller. Let's use a smaller chiseled edge. So, picking up the same color, nice and dark. See, the darker the better because it brings out that background really nice. So, let's see what we can do with that tree. Let's start down here and come up, 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 right to the edge. And we're going to go right to the top, but we're going to, as we're going to the top, we'll move off our canvas, okay? But the chisel edge should take care. All right, so I'm going to mist it again. Or your blending gel. And coming right off the canvas. Half my brush is off the canvas, see? That's good enough. That's good enough. If you want it thicker on the bottom, you just pull it out a little bit and come on up. But see, misting it really helped it move. Okay. Good. That's better. So you can always fix things. Don't be afraid. All right, so now we have some branches. Now you can keep using your chiseled edge if you like, and make sure it is nice and chiseled. Okay, make sure it's really, really thin. Okay, like a blade. And you're going to take some branches off of here. So probably just a little over the horizon line. We have a few little things sticking out here. We don't need much. Right, so there's one there. Maybe one just hanging down here. and one up here. Don't push too hard, you'll get your lines too thick. Use a liner brush if that's better for you. I'm going to pick up a liner brush now in a minute. Yep, let's go to our liner brush now. Now, as you can see, this painting is not exactly the same as the other one because it's almost impossible to do two paintings exactly alike. So I'm going to put on a few little branches here. I'm going to do the same thing over here that we did over here. Just take off some lines just to get a place for our little leaves. A couple up here. If your brush is nice and damp, then it should move really nicely for you. That's what I like about the liner brushes. All these really nice little tiny lines. I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Get little pointy tops. So what I'm doing is adding a little bit of pressure and then I'm lifting up, okay? Might take a little practice. Practice a little bit if you have to. Alright, that's that. And I don't think, probably we'll have some little things coming up here. Let me see. I'm looking at my other painting there now, so that's why I'm pausing every now and then. I need something to go by for this one. Sometimes I use reference photos from Pixabay, and I have pictures I took myself also. And what I do sometimes is I do look at pictures on Pixabay, but I don't use them exactly as they are. They just give me ideas, and then I get the idea, and then I might even use some of the picture and take some stuff out, move things around, use them for the colors, just, you know. And then for my waterfall, I saw a couple of different waterfalls. I must have looked at a dozen of them, and then I tried to put something together myself. So like I say, you know, you can go straight from the photo, or you could, you know, from the reference photo, which I have one there that a couple there that I did follow almost as close as I could to the reference photo, and I showed you how to do that. So that's all there for you. Now, let's put those little leaves on. So adding a little bit of green to my black and dark colors, because it's a bit lighter, a little bit, so we can see them a little bit. Just put your little comma strokes on there. Touch, pull, comma, comma, comma. Comma, comma, comma. Now, that's another thing too, when you're painting, you feel like singing. Do you find that? You just feel like singing. You feel like, you just feel so good, relaxed. That's why I love doing these videos for you, because it relaxes me too. Alright, so this might need to be, I'm sure you don't want to watch me doing this, so I will speed it up a little bit for you so you can So now we have that much done. It's not too hard, a little bit, you know, need a little bit of patience. That's not too bad. We can add a few more, probably a few little ones back here. We don't need a lot back here because we're going to use a brush for this one. Just throw on a few here and there. Right, just for sort of background leaves, and then we'll throw some on top because we need to make them a little fuller back here. So I think I'll leave that, and then I'm going to get my brush out. So I'm going back to my Bristle 8, size 8, okay? And then we're going to dip into our same colors. So you're always using the same colors. Pretty simple painting because you're not doing too much different things. You're doing a lot of the same thing over and over. So that's a good thing, really. So we're going to darken up this area up here. I'm going to tap that in here. Tap, tap, tap. You see it? Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. So I'm going to tap that over there. And we're going to tap, coming in here, right down over those leaves there and back. Okay, and that's, we don't need to fill it up too much here. We'll just leave that like that. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Isn't it? What else? What else? What else? Let's see, maybe there's a few little, very gently. We don't want to ruin what we got done. Just gently. In the background here, we got a few little things going on here, nothing serious. Now in here, we got a little bit of serious, but not too much, just kind of tapping off the top of your brush. Pick up a bit of paint if you need to get a little bit darker. Just a little bit. Let the background come through. All right. It's pretty dark back there. All right, so there we go. Just tap it on. Just filling up my brush, that's all. See? Trying to keep those open. I'm just going to tap on some more here. But as you can see, I'm leaving spaces. And I'm coming down here. Just going to fill that space in a little bit. Not much. Not much. There we go. See? That's nice. That is nice. Now we're coming to the end, but a few more things we have to do. So stand by. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some light on this tree. The light is coming from that little lake there. I'm going to use some burnt sienna. And I'm going to add a little yellow to it to brighten it up. Maybe more yellow. You can even add a little bit of white if you want. We'll add the white last because I want to put some more highlights on it. Now I got my chiseled edge. Make sure your chiseled edge is chiseled. And then you're just going to go up and down with some of this here. Now my paint is still a bit wet, so if it was dry, that'd be fine. If it was wet, it's fine too. So just look, little strokes, little strokes. Start on the left side of that tree. All right. Little strokes. We don't want to lose our dark. Look. See that? Just little strokes. Clean up that edge there. Now we need to. Some more paint. Now you probably can't see it because my paint is dark on the tree and it's wet and it's darkening up my paint. But all right. So you can draw yours if you want, or you can just keep adding paint until it all works together. Probably not a big lot of shadow up here. So the shadow up here will be a little darker, okay? Most of the highlight will be down here. Let's get more burnt sienna. I like that color. I'm just putting on those short strokes. Now, I'm going to add a bit of white so you can see it. White and burnt sienna, a bit of yellow. Alright, let's see if you can see this better now. There we go. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dry that, and then I'm going to put some more highlights on it. So I want you to be able to see where the highlights go. Little short strokes on the very edge of your tree. Okay, so I dried it, and now I got burnt sienna and white and yellow. Still do my little strokes. You can even tap it on if you want, whatever works. But I like the strokes. Get it nice and bright here on the edge if you can. I'm going back about halfway, I guess, as long as we leave some of that dark in the background there. Round out your tree nicely. We'll do the one over here too. Whatever's left over on your brush, just bring it up here because we don't want, there's not much going on back there. I think that's a bit more shadowy. We can bring that trunk right out here. Let's make it look like it's part of the other tree a little bit. Okay, I think that's good enough. Put as much highlight as you want on it, as long as it's in one area. See all the brightness from the light is coming from there? That's where you want all your light. See? Just a little tad. One spot there. That brightens it up nicely, see? Good. Good. Too much down there because that's that looks good. All right, a couple more things to do and we are done. Looks really nice, doesn't it? We didn't use a lot of brushes for this or a lot of paints, did we? We did good. So just green and black again, and you can put something down here just so that we can finish off the painting, give it a little finished look. Put whatever you want down here. I'm just going to go across with something here. Okay, and then I'm using my chisel edge brush, right? And then I'm just going to pull up a few little bits of grass or something. Just go to the left and go to the right. Go to the left and go to the right. There we go. Black and green, some of my dark colors. You can have them taller. Whatever you want to put down there is up to you. Okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, straight up. That way you overlap a few, see? To the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left. Some stick over. Oh, I had more full with Dorsinated. Okay, so I'm trying to get him to hang over. If you want to do that, use your liner brush. You should get some nice ones. thin ones. These are nice. There we go. That's better. That's much better. It's better, isn't it? So you guys go ahead and do that painting. I'd love to see it. And you can add whatever you want down here. It's up to you, okay? So, if you have any questions, just email me at AllisonPryor@yahoo.com. I love hearing from you. Oops. Oh, what a way to end it. Oh my goodness. Oh no, no. Anyway, I'll leave that there. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop because I'm going to ruin it if I don't stop. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and this painting. And leave a comment to let me know what you thought. You know, let's have a little talking session and, you know, say hi. I'd love to hear from you. And give me a like, thumbs up if you like it. And ring my bell. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy painting, everybody. Bye.